Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Welcome to the Old History exhibit, young lady.
A giant holographic map of Union City, as it was 10 years ago. If I could get the map to display area E1594, I would find the building where I suspected Graham had met with Leet. A metal panel was bolted onto the side of the table.
The information droid will be with you shortly.
This holographic map demonstrates the success of the Council in revitalizing...
The robot was a repository of information about all the exhibits.
Council-approved technology. Every citizen can finally look up and see clear blue skies.
Waving my crowbar around in public wasn't going to achieve anything. Excuse me.
Oi! Keep the noise down.
Oh, sorry.
A little respect while you're in this hallowed place.
Right. And you're a guard here?
Name's Payne. Roy Allen Payne. Ex-security officer, 30 years on the force. And I've got my eyes on you.
Is there some way to make that map show a specific location?
Come now, sir. This is not a child's toy room. That map table is for observation, not human interaction.
Well, is there anything else around here that could help me?
Sir, this special collection is for esteemed social climbers. Urban geographical hobbyists need to look elsewhere.
What exactly is this exhibit?
What is the exhibit, he asks. Joey, give me strength. This is the Old History exhibit. The definitive collection of Union City artifacts. Courtesy of our illustrious benefactor, Mrs. Piermont herself.
It just looks like a load of old junk from the old regime.
Junk? No. Old regime? Yes. In the days before our savior took control.
Are you the only person working here?
The only person? Yes. Not thinking of trying something funny, are we, son?
Absolutely not.
Jolly good. Because I don't think funny is funny.
I don't doubt it.
And the robots that work for me, they don't like funny either.
They work for you?
Well, not for me. Technically, I suppose they're my co-workers.
See you later.
I'll be watching you.
Many years ago, Spunky had helped me in my quest to defeat Link. I was glad to see that he had gotten the respect he deserved. It was an old fridge. There were strange noises coming from it, as if something was trapped inside. A padlock prevented whatever was inside from getting out.
Oi! What are you doing over there?
What? Who? Me?
Yeah, you!
I was, just giving the machine a checkup.
Good luck with that. Lost cause if I ever saw one. Meanwhile, why don't you get back to enjoying the exhibit? Quite.
Oh, absolutely. This city synth garbage would never compete with the stuff back in the Gap. These models were far too clean-cut to be Gaplanders. They'd done a good job with the GOAT, though. Union City still had some pretty backward views on the Gap. An old barrel transporter robot. Those robots always gave me the creeps. 10 years ago, I'd used the old underground system to reach the heart of Link. The gruesome tendrils pulsed ominously, the product of Link, an experimental fusion of man with computer that had ended in tyranny. The hand scanner looked broken. I doubted I'd be able to use it anytime soon. The wiring to the hand scanner had been ripped out. It was never going to work. The Joey Speaks looked like a gimmick, but I couldn't pass the opportunity to hear my old buddy's voice again.
Insufficient permissions. The information droid will be with you
This
shortly.
holographic map demonstrates the success of the Council in revitalizing Union City according to Joey's guidance.
The robot was a repository of information about all the exhibits.
Technology, every citizen can finally look up and see clear blue skies.
I'd had a run-in with this tech all those years ago. I hoped Union City had gone in a more sustainable direction.
The information droid will be with you shortly.
This old city refrigeration unit is one of the last known relics of the great gastroenteritis crisis, a particularly dark piece of
The robot was a repository of information about all the exhibits. Excuse me,
What is it now?
why has the fridge got a lock on it?
Do I look like an information robot? All I know is that it's locked.
It sounds like there's something alive in there.
I once heard about a terrible creature with big red eyes and a long tail, living in the darkness, waiting.
I hope it's not one of those. Mind if I open the fridge?
And let whatever's inside out? Of course you can't.
What's with that Joey Speaks attraction?
Back when the display was running, you could talk to this older, primitive version of the Savior.
That's pretty huge.
Don't talk daft. Spoke a load of rubbish, it did. Just a novelty.
What sort of things are inside?
Just take a look around. Relics. Relics of a bygone era. We got tech in here over...
Does it all still...
Most of it should. Say what you like about the old regime, but stuff was made to last.
Does this museum really need security?
There's always something going on beneath the veil.
Oh yeah?
Let's just say I'm no stranger to vandals, thieves.
And you can handle those?
Well, it is down to me to supervise the exhibit of old history, including but not limited to the security of the displays and artifacts.
Can I still speak to this older Joey?
Not likely. I disabled it years ago. Thank Joey.
How come?
Orders from on high said that it was upsetting people with its relentless drivel. Didn't sound like the Savior at all.
See you later.
I'll be watching you.
The old link terminal had long since stopped working. The robot was a repository of information about all the exhibits.
The information droid will be with you.
Joey? Joey, it's me, Foster.
Foster? It is really you.
Hey, old buddy. Boy, am I glad to see...
Let's talk more crowbar, Foster. Or whatever other great idea you have for getting me out of here.
Is that Joey?
Joey, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what they'd done to you.
Yeah, save your apologies for after you've got me out of this.
Everybody, it's an Aspiration Day miracle. Joey's speaking to us.
No, that's not Joey. No way.
Joey, it's really you?
Oh, great. Here we go again.
Joey. Excuse me.
What is it now?
See you later.
Enjoy the exhibits.
all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Alert. Trajectory obstructed.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy
It was a hologram of Danielle Piermont, a friend from when I last came to Union City.
What about Union City in the post-Joey era?
Well,
The old history exhibit had a whole bunch of stuff from the old regime. Definitely worth checking out. The old link terminal had long since stopped working. The robot was a repository of information about all the exhibits.
The information droid will be with you shortly.
Quiet down! What is the meaning of this? This thing down. Make it stop this disrespectful noise. Nonsense. There's no... Everybody out! All right, everyone, stay calm. Make your way to the exit in an orderly manner.
The exhibit was on vermin-prompted lockdown. I had to find a way out without being detected, but not before figuring out where this leak guy was hiding out. Not to mention rescuing Joey. The panel had been covering the table's interface port. An antiquated interface port was built into the side of the table. An old monitor displayed the maintenance test results for the barrel transporter robot. The text referenced the robot's E-manual. The old vacuum robot looked familiar. Tucked between the old work manuals was the occasional picture of dubious morality. None of it looked to be much use. What a waste of time. The robot had retreated from the chaos and was peacefully recharging. What a waste of time. Most of these old maintenance reports didn't look like they'd be much use. Most of these old maintenance reports didn't look like they'd be much use. Most of these old maintenance reports didn't look like they'd be much use. terminal was displaying a maintenance report for the barrel transportation robot. The droid had an old interface port at the base. The holographic table now projected the schematics for the barrel transportation robot. The exhibit was on vermin-prompted lockdown. Joey had been hooked up to a speaker, forced to perform like some circus act. I got you, buddy. I built the circuit board when I was just a kid, and now I had it back. But it was more than just a board. My old pal Joey was on it. The panel had been covering the table's interface port.
What year is it?
Oh, relax. You were only unplugged for a moment.
Everything I ever loved is dead. Oh, hey, Foster. You're here too, huh?
Welcome back, Joey.
Is this the best shell you could find?
It was just collecting dust.
You've turned me into a vacuum cleaner, Foster. Again!
It's functional. Don't be ungrateful. And look, someone gave you a cool beanie.
Don't patronize me, Foster.
We'll find you a better shell soon, I promise.
Good. Because this one sucks. And not even efficiently.
Listen, we're in deep trouble.
There's something new. Care to bring me up to speed?
I came here looking for a missing child, Milo. He was kidnapped from my village.
Oh no, Rob. That's terrible.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Don't look at me. I've been trapped in that glass prison for years.
If anyone asks, my name is Graham Grundy.
You come up with that yourself?
No, I needed an ID to get inside the city. I got this one from a dead body.
Jeez, Foster. Was it dead when you found it?
Don't worry, Joey. My conscience is clear. I learned about somebody called Leet here in the city. I think he's somehow connected to the kidnapping.
And we're gonna go find him?
That's right. I came here to find out where he hides out.
And to rescue me?
Come on, Joey. That goes without saying. What are the capabilities of your current shell?
It's a vacuum bot, Foster. It sucks and it blows. End of.
Don't all these old vacuums have an interface probe?
I was really hoping you'd forgotten that part.
Don't be ashamed. It might come in handy.
I'm not ashamed. It's just cold in here.
That's everything. Great to have you back, Joey.
The Gat Chaps are back.
We were never called that.
Best friends.
That'll do, Joey. That'll do. Hey, Joey. Got a job for you.
What is it?
Remember that leak guy I mentioned?
I never forget a thing.
Well, I've tracked him to an area code, E1594. Thing is, that code is part of the old system. It's obsolete.
Cut to it, Foster.
This old map shows the city as it was 10 years ago. The old system. If I can find E1594 on here, it would show me where to find Leet.
Have you seen the size of this thing? That will take you hours.
Exactly. I need you to plug yourself in. I bet you'll find the location in no time.
Give me a moment. Here, Foster. E1594.
Joey, you're a genius. There. That's the building I'm looking for. It's on the industrial level. Home Crescent Recycling Center.
This is where your guy Leet is?
I can't be sure, but it's the best lead I've got.
Okay, Foster. What's the plan now?
We need to get to that recycling center. But first, we need to break out of here without being seen.
Break out. Find Leet. Got it.
Hey, Joey, can you talk to the transporter robot?
What do you mean talk? I already said,
Your probe, Joey.
go probe yourself up.
If you could give the transporter just enough juice...
Please. Let's not call it juice.
Whatever. Just see if you can get it started.
Okay. But would you mind looking the other way?
Of course. You almost done?
Don't look!
Sorry. It's, not doing anything.
You don't say, Foster. It's been wiped clean. Decommissioned. Murdered. We need to give it new protocols.
Do you think you could do that?
Of course I could. I just need to know how the system works first.
I'll have another look around. A section of the expanded map showed the tracked location of Songbird's toy, Bilby. Home Crescent Recycling Center. In the industrial level. Try giving this a look, Joey.
I hope you're not wasting my time, Foster. Interesting. Very interesting. Ah, this is exactly what I need to reprogram that barrel robot. You're welcome, by the way.
For what? I'm the one who found them in the first place.
Yeah, but can you read them? You're welcome.
Go reprogram the robot, please.
What do you want it to do?
Let's get out of here. We need somewhere hidden outside this room.
Toilets?
Toilets. Try and aim for the men's room, Joey.
Whatever. And that's done. Let's never speak of this again.
So what now?
Well, are you ready to go?
Ready.
Then climb aboard and let's go.
The barrel was just large enough to squeeze into. It was a snug fit, it smelled bad, and I felt stupid.
Warning, citizen.
While it was far from discreet, I'd managed to escape unseen.
Come on, Foster. Let's get a move on. Don't make me clean up in there, Foster. Humans are so organic.
Mr. Grundy? Mr. Grundy? It is Mr. Grundy, isn't it?
Of course, Mentor Alonso. Who else would I be?
Well, quite, Mr. Grundy. Who indeed, What brings you down to the Museum of New History today?
On Aspiration Day? Where else would I want to be?
Oh, perhaps at home, preparing for the party. Oh, my apologies. I had forgotten that you no longer have the required social standing. I wonder, may I scan your U-chip again?
I don't understand. What's wrong with my U-chip?
Oh, nothing, I'm sure. Just a curious little anomaly. Yes, there it is. A sector of corrupt data, almost as if... How very strange. Have no fear. I'll consult my colleagues at the Ministry, and we'll soon have you sorted out. I'm almost positive you have nothing to worry about.
Let's hope so.
Just one more thing, Mr. Grundy.
Yes, Mentor?
I'm surprised to see you wearing an aspiration brooch.
By the power of Joey, I am now a social climber.
So it would seem. So it would seem.
Alonso was definitely onto me. I'd have to watch my step around him.
Agreed. Just 2 cans a day are all you need to work and play. Spankles. Put a little fizz into your soul.
Foster, let's read through my history. I don't think you quite appreciate how incredible I am.
Lucky aspiration.
Nice guy. Friend of yours?
Not yet, and I'm not holding any hopes. You know I'm pretending to be someone called Graham.
Sure.
Well, that guy is investigating Graham.
So he's investigating you too?
You got it. Aren't you worried someone will recognize us from the escape?
Come on, it's not like we're still rolling around in that barrel robot.
No, but...
It'll be fine. Humans forget stuff all the time. Like how you forgot your best friend.
How long are you going to hold that over my head?
We've got 10 years of material to get through, Foster. Buckle in.
That's all for now, Joey.
Join the celebrations this Aspiration Day.
Graham had taken the tracked Bilby to the Home Crescent Recycling Center. I was sure this is where I'd find Leet.
Remember, I get travel sick.
Welcome, Citizen Graham.
Where would you like to go?
Take me to the Home Crescent Recycling Center.
You don't have clearance for there, Citizen Graham. Please obtain a travel waiver.
If I was to get to the recycling plant, I was going to have to obtain a travel waiver.
Where would you like to go?
Actually, I'd like to stay here.
Of course, Citizen Graham.
Oh yes, Foster. Speak to Greta. I think I'm in love.
Hi.
It's most excellent.
The pleasure is all mine.
How can I be of assistance today?
I found the location I was looking for. It's called the Home Crescent Recycling Center. In the industrial level, apparently.
Congratulations, Graham Grundy. You've really grown as a person.
Careful. I have to deal with his ego.
How do I get there?
The monopod system can transport you. But, due to the elevated hazard level of that location, you must first obtain a travel waiver from a well-being officer.
I need a travel waiver. Where can I find a well-being officer?
Did you have a particular officer in mind?
Officer Orana Newblood?
Do you have a problem with your well-being, Graham?
Nope, never felt better. I just need her to grant me a travel waiver.
Well, I'm delighted to inform you that she's currently working at the Aspiration platform. Though it is unlikely she will have the time to grant your request with the preparations necessary for tonight's gala.
You ever heard of that place, Joey?
Only stuff I know about Foster is what I could see from my plinth.
So Orana could get me a travel waiver to the recycling center. If I could speak to her at the Aspiration platform, I'd be one step closer to finding Leet. Thank you.
Until the next time.
Welcome, Citizen Graham.
Where would you like to go?
To the Aspiration platform.
Of course, Citizen Graham. Enjoy the view. And don't forget to aspire to aspire.